Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna start by talking about back training, different grips you can use, pulling with your elbow, using your hands as hooks instead of pulling with the bicep. We're gonna go over some things you can do, methods that I've used to get past some plateaus. I was a little sick for the last couple of days, so we're just gonna stay covered up. Plus I'm doing a pretty big cut right now. So we're gonna talk about the things I'm gonna use to, for the cutting stack. I had a crisis with my beard, as you can see. So I've been going through it, at the home, and the girlfriend's very upset. So, take it easy on me today. So here, see how I'm going all the way forward? I'm completing the rowing motion, see? This isn't a row. This is a bicep squeeze. That's what I call that. You see a lot of bicep squeezes. We're gonna hook our hands, use our hands as hooks, and we're gonna pull with our elbows. Scapular retraction. We used to use that when we were selling personal training back in the day. At the corporate gyms, I would close them on the scapular retraction. I would say, hey, look, you're not using scapular retraction. Boom, checkbook, out on the table. They would sign up every time. That's a true story, actually. When you're using scapular retraction, all you're doing is you're pulling your muscles back, right? So if I'm gonna do this row, the first thing I'm gonna think, hooks, I'm gonna hook the weight, right? Because I'm not pulling with my bicep, I'm hooking it, I'm pulling with my elbow. So we're gonna hook the weight, and instead of starting here, we're using scapular retraction, right? So we're gonna shoulders back, chest out. Now we're ready to perform. Pulling with the elbows, not the biceps. Big difference between this and this. This looks cool, I get it, but this is correct. Boom. Perfect. And then, another method that I've used for a lot of years to get past plateaus, and I don't hear anyone talking about it. I've heard of feeder workouts. I'm sure we've all heard of the feeder workouts, but this is something that a lot of my clients and people in general, they have a hard time getting the mind-muscle connection. And what happens is you speak that term and they don't know what you're talking about. It's almost like if I could breathe out of my nose and you couldn't. I could never explain that to you. You'd be like, yeah, I get it. Like, what do you mean? Like that smell? There's a smell like this smells. There's a smell to this, smell to that. It doesn't make any sense. So the mind-muscle connection, it's a very hard thing for a lot of people to get down. The best way to get the mind-muscle connection the quickest is to actually pre-exhaust the muscle the day before you train it. So for instance, you got a 7-day week. Let's say you're taking Sunday off. Sunday's your off day. You're going and you're gonna go do an hour of cardio. Before you leave, let's say Monday's your chest day. Go to the bench press, do 15 reps, 4 sets, and just feel the muscle. Just feel the muscle, take your time. Don't tear down the muscle fiber. We're not tearing down the fascia of the muscle. We're just getting blood and oxygen into the muscle, stretching and squeezing. After 4 sets, 15 reps, you go home. The next day, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna hit chest on Monday. You're gonna go in there, you're gonna feel like a little tight, right? You're gonna go back to the bench press or whatever you decide to do first, and you're gonna say, you know what? It's a little sore. It's a little sore, it's a little tighter than it usually is. And immediately, I found that with that movement, you almost immediately get the mind-muscle connection. So you're a little sore, you feel it, you start getting into the reps, and it doesn't take the 4th workout, the 3rd workout to start feeling it. You feel it almost right away. So then you do chest. At the end of chest, let's do 4 sets of lat pull downs, 15 to 20 reps, squeezing the muscle, and then the next day you're gonna do back. So you're gonna go in, you're gonna feel, hey, my back's a little tight, but immediately you start feeling the contraction because it's a little sore. So your body does the mind-muscle connection, and that's really the easiest and most simplest way to get that achieved. To get the mind-muscle connection, try that. You go the workout before, 4 sets, 15 to 20 reps, the main workout the next day. So again, if we were doing chest, we would do back. The next day we're doing back. If we're doing hamstrings, after back we do hamstrings, 1 set, 1 workout, 4 sets, 15 reps, and so on and so forth. And that's the best way you can achieve the mind-muscle connection. Back to the method I was speaking of earlier. We could call that the E-jog method since no one's ever came up with it until today. You just grab, again, tomorrow's gonna be my chest day. So I'm gonna do 4 sets of 15 reps with something I can handle. All I'm trying to accomplish is stretching and squeezing. Again, you're not gonna break down any kind of muscle here. And you know, you might start with the 35, just feel it. I'm just pumping that right there. I'm not even doing full range of motion, just kind of squeezing my chest, right? Five minutes max. So boom, 20 of those, right? So then you wait a minute, you go up, let's go 45s. Let's say we'll do 15, right? Every time go up 10 pounds. So if you start with 30s, go 40, 50, 60 on the last set, and so on. So 4 sets, 15 reps. If you can't do 15, you're going too heavy. The next day when you hit your chest, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be sore, but it's not gonna be overtraining because you didn't really do that much damage. And it's gonna allow your mind-muscle connection to activate real quick. Again, if you can't do it 15 times, you're going too heavy. So tomorrow, when we hit chest, we'll feel that's a little sore. And typically, when it is, I feel like I'm stronger. Don't know why, don't know the science behind that, but the whole reason I found this out was when I would do these shoots, you would oftentimes do a full body, right? We do a chest, tries, a buys, a back, a legs. And if the next day was chest day, I'd be like, shit, you know, I'm a little sore from that photo shoot we did. And it was always one of the best chest exercises, strongest. And I was able to get the mind-muscle connection almost immediately. So something you guys can try, especially for those that are finding it difficult to even understand that concept. Mind-muscle connection. Try that. I guarantee it'll make sense to you. Okay guys, so we're gonna demonstrate what I mean by the scapular retraction and using your hands as hooks on this lat pull down. You know, we're going through a cutting phase right now, so I like to stay covered up until the final product. And it will be impressive. I mean, even I noticed, you know, I was a little pudgy, but sometimes you gotta get a little pudgy to get big. And I think it should be documented that the first shoot we did, I was 255 pounds. I'm down to 248 today. You know, I would like to get down to 235 super lean, maybe 230. The weight doesn't really matter as long as I look good, right? But here we go. So here's your lat pull down. As you'll notice that the brand new sweatshirts, I have black fuzzies all over. But what you're gonna do here is, again, I get this question all the time, right? People say, hey, where's the grip? Where's the grip on this? Where'd I go? It's way out here. This is all you have to remember. You see my arms right now? Wherever your arms naturally go up, that's where you grab it. Wow, where my arms go up? Right here, boom, grabbed it. Maybe a little wider, maybe just a little wider than when your arms go up. And then here we go, right? We got the arms, we're hooking the weight, we're hooking the bar, we're pulling down, boom. And this way you can see I'm using my elbows and I'm almost creating like a half circle. Creating a half circle all the way down. Hooking the bar, these are hooks, pulling with my elbow, completing the workout. So also, with this cut, I've used it before and it worked out really well. I got pretty shredded, I was around 230, 235. I have pictures on my Instagram. I was using Cardarine, Osterine, and S4. And those were the 3 SARMs that I was using, and I got in really crazy condition. I'm gonna show you exactly the way to do it again. I'm gonna give myself 8 to 12 weeks using those 3 products, I'm sorry. I will show you from 255 to 235 what you can do with just SARMs, Diet is very important. Diet is super important, and I'll tell you what I do with the diet. So when I'm trying to put on size, I weigh everything in grams. So I'll always get the scale, the food scale. I do about 260 grams of carbs. Not of carbs, but of cooked weight of carbs, right? So 260 grams on the scale, and then I usually do about 220 protein. And if I'm having fats that day, I'll usually do, you know, maybe 2 tablespoons of mac nut oil. Now, when I'm cutting, I cut the carbs drastically. I increase the fats, I lower the carbs. So I'll usually put the carbs around 140 to 160 for the first couple weeks. I won't do fats post-workout. I don't do fats pre-workout, but I'll put the fats in on the rest of the meals. I'm usually doing 4 meals, 2 shakes. I like to say, hey, I do 5 meals, six meals. I don't think anyone does. They talk about it, but putting all that food in your body, especially when you have a job, a full-time job, or you know, you're always on the run. I eat most of my meals in my truck. You know, I grab the meal, it's heated, I eat it on my way to the next destination. So I don't ever eat for pleasure. I eat for purpose, but right now it's the cutting phase and the protein's higher, the carbs are lower. And just using that method plus the SARMs, I should be able to get 235, 8 to 10%. And you'll see, everything will start coming in. You'll start noticing the stomach, right? The stomach comes in, the love handles go away, everything gets rounder, everything gets fuller, and it just looks better. Because this is the thing, 255 is the biggest I've ever been in the last 10 years. But on camera, it doesn't look that big. It looks good, but it doesn't look that impressive. You're more impressive the leaner you are on camera. So I'll look bigger at 230 than I will at 255. And you guys will see. So if we're doing an underhand grip, same thing, right? Where's my arm go up? Right there. I'm not out here, I'm not in here. This is too much bicep. My arms come up, boom, flip it, grab it, hook it, right? Chins up. That's all there is to it. So when it comes to back training, your hands are the hooks. You hook the weight, you pull with the elbow. You hook the weight, you pull with the elbow. And it doesn't matter whether it's above you, below you, in front of you. The widths of your hands should never really change. It should never change. It's wherever your arms go up. There's a bar in front of me, this is where I grab it. The bar is below me, where are my arms? Right here, I grab the bar right here. That's it. You don't need to go out here, you don't need to go in there. Right there, right? Simple technique for a bigger back, right there. So thanks again, guys. We're a little behind this week because I got sick. I still wanted to get it in. Upcoming though, I'm starting my diet tomorrow. I'm gonna be starting the SARM cycle, which I'm really looking forward to. And it's just getting lean from here. So you guys can click on the link. All my socials are in the link on my YouTube. I just started a TikTok. Go ahead and give that a follow. Check out those videos. We'll be posting on TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook. And yeah, to look forward to the next couple of weeks, there'll be a huge transformation. I wasn't able to get the food in, been on medication, and there's just something going around. So, you know, we got in what we could, but next couple of weeks will be some big things.